All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Same bad time almost. We just a few minutes late. Same bad time, same bad channel. Here we are live on Tuesday night. Um, me, one authentic woman, and Miss Rhonda from TME LLC. Um, whomever else they'll be we have someone that's trying to join us. Um, so everybody else, they'll just come along as get in as they can fit in. So, oh, look who we got! Look who we got!
Hey, Shatara.
Hey there.
So, of course, Marcella will not be joining us. She did feel like it earlier, but it's changed. So that's okay. We'll just
Yes,
give.
we send our love and our condolences to her.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let the audience know.
I was, being quiet on it because you know, it was hard for me because I've known ITJ since before I knew me. Since before I knew me, she was around. Um, Marcella and Coach Tony and I are not blood related, but we grew up together because our mothers were best friends growing up. So they all I know. My TJ passed Wednesday of last week. Um, she's been a staple to a lot of my shows, a lot of my podcasts for many years. She was a part of the first content like this, the Round Table. Um, Ron, do you remember the Round Table? Don't
Mm-hmm.
you? Yeah,
Yep.
TJ was she was something else on the Round Table. If y'all think she's something else here, she was something else
I
on the
only imagine.
right. So she been in my life all my life, and I'm gonna miss her.
Of course.
And if anybody knew her, you all knew her a little bit.
I just
So
knew her a pinch, honey.
yeah,
And she was definitely good people. So
Right. Right. Exactly.
yep.
Funny.
yes. So I'm gonna have the cousin make my stomach hurt at the same time. All right, so we got some good content today. I want to start off with something that I actually found this morning. I was not supposed to be reading it this morning when I was at work, but I read it anyway because the state don't want you using they technology on outside of state stuff. So did you all know that Roe versus Wade could come to an end soon?
Yes, I saw that it was leaked today that the United States Supreme Court is getting ready to vote to overturn it.
How do you feel about that?
What happened? I don't be watching the news, y'all. I can't deal with it.
Well, I don't watch the news anyway either, but since the Ukraine situation started, I don't even watch no news. 'Cause that's just too much. So I catch my news based on what I happen to catch. So I thought it would be important for us to talk about Roe versus Wade because it's possible that it could be overturned.
Well, what happened?
Um, so the article says,
Don't
what
you
would
want me to look it up?
no, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
What the because I found it too late. I was already at work.
Mm.
What would the end of Roe mean? Key questions and answers. So, a leaked Supreme Court draft opinion that would overturn Roe versus Wade describes a United States not seen in half a century in which the legal status of abortion is entirely up to the state. If the draft from February and published Monday night in Politico ends up being similar to the court's final opinion, expect that next month reproductive rights will be rewritten almost immediately.
Right, and with that, that means funding is going to cease. It's gonna have to.
Indeed, yeah. Which means I don't know.
So I
Well,
don't think
actually,
a man has the right to say it. Well, first of all, anybody has the right to say what I do with my body. And the fact that men, mostly men, because the Supreme Court is mostly made up of men, have the ability to have an opinion about what we as women should be able to do with our bodies, while you all can get as much Viagra as you can to knock you unconscious and to produce kids that you can choose to walk away from. That's my thought.
well, I definitely think that this needs to get overturned. Like we as a whole, you definitely need to have the right to do what you want to do with your body. Things happen, unfortunate circumstances happen, people get pregnant, and to have this out there is no good. When you first started talking about it, I wasn't sure, and then William let me know. He told me about this morning. So,
Not William. Will didn't, but William did.
yeah, it wasn't Will, it was William. Told me that, yeah, he did. And so when you start talking, I'm like, oh, that, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna get crazy, and it could just open the door for so many crazy things to come back.
Right.
I think
So
that's my biggest concern
Yes.
is the ramifications of them overturning Roe versus Wade, because you already know there are going to be some backroom doctors, some back alley happenings, because if a woman truly wants to have that happen, she's going to find a way to make that happen, right? To it could be to the detriment of herself, unfortunately, because that's what they were doing before it was legalized, right?
right.
So I just think this going to be that part of it could be a huge problem. Now, if you go into the spiritual part of it, then you want to say that that should not be happening anyway.
But that's still between you and God. That's
What?
still that's still between you and God. That has nothing to do with
I didn't say that it didn't, but I'm just
um,
saying
but,
if you're looking at the spiritual side of it, then people would say that it shouldn't be happening anyway, right?
a lot of stuff
So
shouldn't be happening anyway. Lying is a sin. Fornication is a sin. Adultery is a sin. A lot of shit we out here doing is a sin. And y'all worried about somebody who knows she can't afford a baby, knows she got caught up in a situation, and knows she can't take care of it. Her sin is her sin. If we want to be spiritual about it. Because I feel obviously very strongly about this. I think it's wrong to for you to make a decision what I can do with my body. Like I said, you get out, and not only that, when you consider how little women have the ability, their health care is you don't want to give them birth controls, but you want to give men Viagra. I'm going to keep going back to that because that's not that doesn't compute to me. You don't want to give women birth control, but you want to give men Viagra. You don't want to give women of color proper care when they're pregnant, but you want to give men Viagra. You want them to have kids, but you don't. You want them to possibly kill themselves while they're having kids. So none of this is making any sense to me. Wasn't just a couple of weeks ago? Wasn't last a couple of weeks ago? I think April 11th through the 17th. It was women's health, Black Women's Health Week. We had talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
I don't remember.
And it was talking about infant mortality in the Black community.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So how dare you? How dare you tell me that I have to grow a baby in my body, and because I don't want it, I have to put this baby up for adoption, and somebody may or may not adopt this baby and it stay wherever these babies stay forever. Or the other one, my favorite, gay people cannot raise children because gay couples raising children makes children gay. That part. So it's so, for this country to be the moral police, we are so morally corrupt. That's what I'm going to say. We're morally corrupt. We like to pick and choose what we believe based on what we believe is right, and that can adjust based on how we feel about it at any given moment. And now I'm jumping off my soapbox.
Now I read they were giving statements from different people in the Senate and the House or whatnot, and I don't remember the exact names or whatnot. So one of the other concerns with the Roe versus Wade is what's going to come after it. So there are concerns on civil rights. There are being overturned. There are concerns of some of the rights for the LGBTQIA community being overturned. The right for them to marry, all that kind of stuff. So they're thinking they're going to start going down the line now in the Supreme Court and just start overturning some of the things that have already been set in motion.
Yeah. You looking what you got, Shatera?
I'm looking at this message. That's all.
Oh. Okay, I'm trying to respond to this message. We may have our first male guest. Male guest, I don't know. Rodney, you've been around for a minute. When we have a male guest, how they hang on? They don't hang on too long, right? Do they?
Well, I think the last one got kicked out, didn't he?
No.
Last one I remember.
Last one we had, he cried.
He cried.
Who was that?
William asked, "What's wrong with crying?"
What y'all do to the man to make him cry? I don't remember that.
No, he was intoxicated.
Yeah.
I remember very
Yeah.
vividly.
I must not have been.
You
on.
were not. No.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Never
mind.
We
Don't
not.
say.
No.
Never mind.
No. This is live.
But y'all gonna have to tell me because I wasn't on for that.
This young man, it started off great, and
the more he smoked, the more
he smoked.
What was the topic?
You know how we do. Ain't no telling what the topic was.
Okay, so we got some good topics today, so let's get to them.
So,
crying. I'm sorry.
And we had a male on the round table. He only hung like 2 episodes. Auntie J was too strong for him. So I just think we doing a disservice. If you want to stop abortions, stop Viagra, stop Cialis, stop that. Men with old ding-dings don't need pills to make them work, and then they impregnate women, and then they run off and leave them, and then the woman wanna. I'm just saying. What he saying? What's Peanut Gallery saying?
He's about
I forgot what state it was. It was a Democratic state, and it was a female senator that said she was writing a law that said that you can't get Viagra or Cialis unless you had a note from your wife. And if
Hilarious.
you didn't from your wife, then you couldn't get none. So that meant if you wasn't married, you couldn't get no pills.
See,
baby, they selling that stuff in Mexico like Tic Tacs. Okay, all of Canada
too.
Right. Canada. So I mean, what your pharmacist won't give you, an airline ticket will. That's all I'm saying.
That's hilarious.
there's this thing that I wanted to talk about. It's been making its rounds on social media, and I meant to send you all the picture, but I forgot. But I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna try to show it to you on the screen. But it says, "If you treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat you like a king." True or false?
True.
I was about to say I believe that. Yeah,
I,
absolutely.
I don't. I don't believe that shit.
So
Why not?
what you got?
This is the picture.
I can't see that.
Okay, so I'll send it to you all, so you all can get.
So
So what don't you believe though?
I was about to say
No,
what
you
part
all,
of it?
you all say. Well, you all say what you all believe, and I'll tell you why I don't.
I believe
Well,
it's true.
because
Like if someone
I'm gonna
treats
say
you well, why would you not return and treat them well?
I about to say, yeah, one definitely complements the other. Like,
Right.
yeah, if I'm being treated well, like Rhonda just said, like I'm going to reciprocate. Now,
Exactly.
you know, Trinace, you know what I'm dealing with over here. Hold on, I need to see this picture.
What's your husband say?
No, I'm looking at this picture that came from Trinace. What this
Oh.
picture? This ain't got nothing to do with no king and queen.
So,
This some other stuff.
so my thought is, because I can go way left on some stuff sometimes. So my thought is, I see plenty of men treating women like queens, and the women treat them like poop.
Facts.
That's
Yeah.
true. But that's not what you asked.
But that's not what you asked. That's not what you
This
asked.
is because I read into stuff. So for
Oh,
me,
Lord.
that could be true or false. That's a fallacy statement because that's not always the case.
True.
That's maybe even a red herring because that's that's not even true.
But
I
that's not
see.
what you asked. That's not what
Correct.
you asked. You
So
asked if a man is treating you like a queen, shouldn't you reciprocate?
no, I read it just like it is.
This
If you
message, blah, blah, blah. If you treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat you like a king. I got you. That's not what I heard. Let's put it that way.
so
Because if you're being treated like a queen, this is saying that it'll automatically that woman will treat you like a king. And that doesn't always happen. I agree with that. But that's not what I heard in your question.
Me either.
okay, so I think that's a fallacy. I think a woman wrote that because of with an expectation she puts this out there. And this is just me just thinking because I always think about stuff and be like, I don't know about that. So I think a woman put it out there, first of all, um, for whatever reason, because I can't read her mind, but I believe a woman put it out there. And I don't believe that women in general know how to treat men.
Interesting. In just in general, or
I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking in general. And
because
because
what?
okay, so my perspective is we, meaning me, because I have been that woman who did not know how to treat a man. I'm cool with that. That was me back then,
Mhm.
but I'm
I've
not
done
like.
it. I mean, I think everybody has. Like, let's just be clear. But continue.
So I think that is because um, we don't always see our elders, our mother, our auntie, or even our grandmother treating a man properly, or even a random man with respect. I think that
Maybe they didn't earn it though. I'm just thinking about my old personal situation. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I don't think he didn't
the,
earn it. I'm
so
not gonna
the other thing is I'm gonna put this out there. Women, we all have the same thing. We all have the same thing. I've been watching a lot. You know, I watch my TV. I watch my little stuff, and I noticed that women of all ethnicities have the same level of independence. But when it comes to us, our level of independence is described as aggressive.
Agree.
Right.
Always.
And because of that aggressiveness that we were unfortunately kind of taught, be strong, don't cry, don't let them see you, don't let them see you cry, don't let them see you sweat, go to school, you don't need a man, all of that influence. I think that because of that, we don't know how to place a man in our life to value him, and because
Hold on.
that
But
allows. Okay.
those same things in reverse for men have been taught to them from their mothers. Don't cry in front of women. Don't do this. Don't do that. So it's that negative energy on both ends. I see where you're coming from.
So you have a son, Rhonda has a son, and I have two sons. I often hear single women say, "Where are the good men?" but never consider that they are raising a man. My sons were raised to take out the trash and do chores, and they were rewarded for good grades doing the chores. They got stuff. They didn't get stuff for doing nothing.
Right.
Because to me, that is how your sons, who are going to be grown, going to always be your sons, but they
They
will
will
be
turn
grown
into men.
men.
Mm-hmm.
That is how they're going to be as men. You've coddled them, you've taken care of them, you've gifted them, and they didn't deserve the gifts. So this is what they expect from women, and we did it. We did it. That's the other part of it. We did all of that. But I don't necessarily believe that that's always true. But on the other hand, I see women treat peasants like,
Not peasants.
yeah, peasants, because I have no other word for them, no other pleasant word. Peasants like kings, and then expect them to step up to a king. So for me, it's all in who you choose. You can't expect to just treat him like a king and he gonna be royalty if he didn't come from that. He wasn't cut like that. Now he can be recut, but I don't want to spend no time recutting you.
Baby, I do not need no Build-A-Bears. Mm-mm.
Not a builder
Mm.
bear.
Mm-mm. No
I,
Build-A-Bears.
I don't have no time to recut the pattern. And I know some people, some women are gonna be feel some type of way, and especially some men will feel that way. I'm not building you. I'm not. There are some things that I as a woman will support you with based on you asking me, because I'm not your mother. I've learned that. You can ask me. We can talk about things, but I'm never going to tell you what to do unless you ask me what should you do. Because I feel like you a man, you can figure it out on your own unless you ask my opinion. I'm real low key with this. I'm not doing no extra. I'm just not. And I think that's how we miss the mark. It's not my responsibility to mother you. Nurture you, yes, but mother you, no. There's a difference.
It is, indeed.
What you got, Rhonda? Your face had some expressions the other week.
We talked about this
Baby,
before.
I see
Y'all
them
know how I
today
feel about
too.
that.
Yeah, I see them lips.
Mm. I can say a million things. I don't agree with everything, but I understand where you're coming from.
We conversing. What you disagree with?
Well, I can't remember exactly what you said because I know we've had this conversation before. Oh, but just the part about I understand, you don't want to be your man's mother. No, you don't. And yes, there's plenty of times when you need to wait for him to ask for your assistance so he doesn't feel like you're smothering him or whatnot. but there's plenty of room for you to give him more support in
I'm
whatever
not.
it is that he's
I'm not
doing
saying.
or
I'm not saying.
seeking or missing.
I'm not saying no moral support. I think we as women of color, we like to fix stuff,
Yeah,
and we I'm just saying, we like to fix stuff.
yeah.
I ain't trying to fix you. Who you
But
are
he's
is
not a project. But in
that's
the same token as you saying that you don't want to groom him basically or
I'm
whatnot,
50. I'm
when you
50.
come into a relationship, there's going to be some level of grooming him because he doesn't know how to love you and you don't know how to love him. So there's going to be some aspect of grooming that's going to need to be done.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
But you said period, and there is going to be some.
That's not what I said, though. Life skills, that's on you, sir. That's on you. And I am so serious about that. Shatera, you
So,
got a husband, and I know who your husband is.
but and see, that's what I'm saying. I think I don't know if you saying one thing and mean another. Cause I agree with Rhonda. Like, child,
You
Rhonda
so
know the woman. God bless her for not knowing the child. He her mess. But but I done known him forever, and I know who he is. You know what I
right.
mean? But like Rhonda just said, you have to show somebody how to love you, and it's a growing
So
process.
that part,
Definitely a growing
that part
process.
is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that part at all. I'm talking about I meet you, you meet me, and I gotta be your cheerleader the whole time. Hey, you did good at work. Hey, you did good. I'm not her no more. I'm not her no more. Oh, we got our guest. Hey, male guest.
Hey,
Hey.
Charlie. I
Hey,
guess I'm confused, Trinace. I'm totally confused.
I think
So
what happened to Charlie?
I
he's
don't know. You're gonna have to come back.
so my understanding is I am not the masculine one. I'm embracing my nurture. And my nurture looks like you want to I'm not going to be communicating to you how you need to do things because that's emasculating. I'm not going to unless if you ask me how to do something, then I'm going to tell you. But I'm not going to just voice all of my opinion on him every single moment because women can be like that. I watched two
That sounds
shows.
like nagging. We ain't talking about. We ain't gonna be doing no
I was about
damn
to say
nagging.
nagging is a whole different. That's a
So
Okay.
whole different
I
show.
watched two shows, two series within the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, one, I said I cannot stand Wendy, and Wendy was that type of woman, and a lot of people were cool with Wendy because she was an other. But Wendy did a lot of the same things that women of color do. She had what the church
I don't
used to
know what show
call
you talking
the
about.
takeover spirit.
Wendy.
Ozark.
Oh, okay. I don't watch
The
no TV.
takeover spirit. You know the takeover spirit, right?
I don't
Taking
watch
over.
no TV.
Oh,
So
you don't have time for TV. So the takeover spirit is to take over everything. To take over everything, and I don't. That's a lot of energy. I'm not of that masculine energy more. Not so much. I turn my masculinity down a little bit when it comes to certain things. When it comes to focusing at work, yeah, I'm her. But when I'm at home, when I have a man, I'm somebody different.
I don't know. I'm real alpha.
I know.
So
He say,
yeah.
and
That's
you
what
know what?
I'm like. Yeah, I'm real alpha.
Yeah, and he cool with it.
And but it works, right?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah.
So to me, that's just too much. I don't want to do all that no more.
I needed yeah.
Okay, we go welcome our guest. Hey Charlie, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning from here and good evening there.
All right.
Hello. Where are you?
I'm in Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
So I don't believe in all of that anymore. I believe two is better than one, and I believe in cooperation. Some people don't like to cooperate. I want to cooperate with you. I want to support you, but I don't want to be. I don't want you to feel like I'm your mother. I don't want you. I want you to be the man that you want to be, and I'll support you do that. But I ain't gonna push you into it by telling you what you're supposed to do to be a man.
So
Um,
let me ask you. So with him being the man that he wants to be, has he given you everything that you want in there without you saying anything? Like,
so we
That
can.
part.
So we communicate. That part is a communication thing. I'm talking about
okay.
that. I'm talking about life skill stuff. You having problems at work? You want to do? I'll listen. But unless you asking me what I think, as far as our relationship together, yeah, we gonna communicate about that. But
I love Rhonda faces. I love them.
I mean, is I just think that we can converse about how we gonna treat each other, but that extra stuff with me, no, I'm not. I'm not.
That's part of the relationship, though, Trinace.
No, me doing me being a woman and a man, that's not part of the relationship, and that's
No, but I think that okay, it's not being the man, and I want Charlie to tap in at some point.
Please, because I need an understanding. Because I think she's saying something, and I think I'm not comprehending what Trinace is trying to actually say, or what she actually means.
Because from what, and that's why I'm like, I don't know. I think they're are what you're saying is one of the same. Like,
I think
I'm not saying, okay, you did good at school, you did it well at work, great job. Like that's insulting, right? But at the same time, if something going on at work, they're venting, whatever that is, and then you're the ear, and then what, Trinace? Like at that point, you're just the ear, or are you saying something, or that's where you cut it off? Like what?
it's gonna depend on what he's saying and how he's reacting. Because you have a communication and you know your mate, I would expect that you would know when to jump in and when to just be the ear. Because sometimes even people as friends, we friends, you don't necessarily need me to talk. You just need me to be the ear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where communication comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we need to learn how to listen better, and we need to have a balance.
I think balance is definitely important.
Very important.
Balance is important, and I think that there's not enough balance in relationships, and because there is not enough balance, I feel some type of way, you feel some type of way, you not go talk to me, I'm not go talk to you, and then this just snowballs into big arguments and big breaks in communication because of lack of communication. But no, I'm not. I'm not. There's a lot of things that I'm not gonna do now that I used to would do before.
I think the issue that I'm not comprehending, because it sounds to me like, in Trinace's point, it sounds like she's going to be almost like ignoring him or cutting him off or
That's what I'm
not
getting.
being there. Does
No,
that
I'm
make
just.
sense?
I'm just gonna
At
be.
the same time, I think
I'm
it's
just
like
gonna
no
say
nonsense.
no.
Like I'm done.
Yeah, and that's what
I'm
it
just
sounds. That's what it
no.
sounds like.
I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm just whatever he feels like whatever he feels like he needs me. I'm not his mother. I'm not mothering no
Then
more.
how does he know that
I
you're
want to hear from
opening
Charlie
enough
after
to
Ron.
hear what you say, Charlie?
I,
Okay. First of all, like she's saying, communication is the key here.
Mm-hmm.
You actually, I hope you can get up with my English because
no, you're fine.
We're fine.
okay. So in as much as just like there's a portion of the Bible that say whatever you want people to do to you, you first do it unto them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you really want the man to say hey before you can say hi. But within him, maybe he is thinking that he is doing his best part. But where whatever that is in your mind, you are not able to communicate it to him, or whatever how you feel you should be treated, you don't let him know because you don't want to be the mother. I think you're making a mistake. Sometimes you need to tell him, hey, I was expecting this, and see how he reacts to it. The man here, when you put him like the man, yes, he's the head of everything, that you want him to know exactly what he's supposed to do. You are just trying to make everything official, like the relationship or what, and it doesn't help. You sometimes need to remind him how you feel, or how you want to feel, or how you want to be treated, it doesn't make you the mother. It doesn't
Right.
make him the less person. It doesn't make you a teacher, So for a relationship to work the way you want it to work, you have to put it, you have to set the pace the way you want it to work, and you need to be refreshing it every day.
So that I was not saying any of that. So what
We
I'm
all confused then.
Exactly.
that part is fair. That's not an issue. That's not the issue that I have. What I have is the fact that so many women of color allegedly demasculate a man because we don't let him be the man, meaning we take over everything. He says he has
Gotcha.
a problem going on, and then you take over how to solve them. Well, that clearly is what the man is supposed. The man is the problem solver.
I got you.
You got your husband. You talk to him. He try to solve your problem. He don't care about your emotion, right?
So I understand exactly what you're saying, and I have had that situation, but he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to resolve any. Like, he would bring it to me, right? And not that he asked for the resolution, but I'm a problem solver. Like, that's what I do. So, and it would just happen. So, and after years and years, because this went on forever. So after so long, it's like, I'm done with this. And he never got to a point where he had other stuff going on. So let's just put that out there. So it was just a whole big spiral of other things that was going on in his life that made this catastrophe what it was. So I was solving a problem, but this storm that I didn't even know was existing was really the problem, not necessarily what was brought to me. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think in some situations, it's like the whole story's not being told, or they're narcissists, or I mean, like, there could be so many different things that somebody's just trying to keep you in a bubble and not tell the whole story and want a resolution. So
the thing about that is, because I took this like divine femininity course for 90 days, and then I'm in the certification. And what I've learned about myself in that is that I am the problem solver, and that's and we all have masculine and feminine energy, right? So if you're constantly relying on the masculine, the problem solving, and the super focus, that doesn't give the man the ability or the time or the understanding. This is my place in her life.
But I think it still can. But I think it still can, because, like Charlie said, like, if I'm telling you these are the things that I need from you as my mate, and you're resolving those things, like, that's what I need from my man. Like, if I'm the problem solver,
so I mean, we in agreement with that. But what I think maybe there's a misunderstanding is there is not a lot of that masculine energy that I'm going to be exerting any longer. I'm willing to that there's not going to be a lot of masculine energy that I'm going to be exerting any longer. Trinace Carter is not going to be exerting extra masculine energy.
But I don't think that's masculine energy what you're talking about.
It is. There's a difference, because there are some things
I want
that
to hear from Charlie.
there are some things that I feel very me in, because I don't want to be focused all the time. I don't want to be aggressive all the time. All of those things.
It's not
I'm not.
aggression.
But you know what? It's called aggression. I got to say this, and I'm going to let Charlie speak because I want to hear what he got to say. Because he's been pointing and everything. It's called aggression, right? Like, just as a Black woman, like, we speak sometimes. Like, you ain't got to be mad, right? So it's always aggressiveness. But is it really? Like, I think it's just to be assertive. I think it's just taken out of context sometimes.
I agree, but I'm just flexing my femininity at this point.
See, well, see, I want to disagree with you at a point. We don't let us not see relationship that you are doing something for a man, but let us say that you are doing something to work out. You want the relationship to work, and whatever you are doing it for you, for yourself, and not for him. You are not to go extra mile. Is that you don't want the relationship? Okay, have we wonder why in your workplace you can work and you don't have problem with anybody for 15 years, but the marriage cannot last for 15 years because there are things you endure, there are things you know how to avoid, so many things that you've already had the understanding, but you will not tolerate those things in your home. That's the problem. So you need to tolerate a lot. You need to make things work, whether you go extra mile or whatever. The bottom line is your happiness. It's not as if you're working so hard, being the masculine, doing the man thing, but you had to, that's why I said the process had to be, you had to refresh it maybe every day. Look, honey, I think you should try this. I think you should try this. Let us try this way. You, you are the mother. You are, whether you like it or not, you are the mother, you are the wife, you are the friend. You are his confidence. Yeah, that's the truth. So, and the early you stop making the relationship being so official. This is your lane, this is my lane. You have to cover this point from point A to B. The better you will understand that things will work the way it's supposed to be. That's what I believe.
I think sometimes we are not ourselves in relationships because, like your analogy of work, what you saying? You muted. I see your lips.
Right.
Sometimes we not ourselves in relationships. And
but for how long can you play that role? Like,
not long.
No, I mean, like, top 6 months. Like, top.
I agree. I agree.
You good. You're good if you can get 6 months out.
Yeah.
Right.
I
agree.
I mean, but after that, like, if we in a relationship, like, I didn't have to say.
Can you say that at our age, I don't know how old you are, Charlie, but at my age, I know me. I know me for sure. I know me. And so many times we don't know ourselves. We put this facade up in front of everybody else. And when we keep lying to other people, we end up accepting that lie as that's who we are. Or like I'm always like this. I'm always like this. This is how I am. This is how I am. But you're not. It's like you were saying this out loud to fool yourself that you are what this person is. And when I stopped saying a lot of things, I'm just this way, then things changed about me. That made me more relaxed, as I would say, more easy to go with the flow, more willing to accept certain things that I would not have accepted before. And this, to me, is more about me being more relaxed in who I am. And a part of that is I ain't your mama. I'm just not part of that. I'm not, because so many men nowadays, they want somebody to take care of them and coddle them, and I'm not her.
So, and probably another show because we're gonna run out of time tonight. But I want to know, because you have these, I feel like you have these direct, narrow lanes of what this man is supposed to do.
No,
what this-
I don't have a lane of that. I don't have a lane of that.
It sounds like it though. Like
Yes.
it sounds like there are identities of what this man is supposed to do and what you are gonna do, and that they're just gonna run side by side. I would like to know what's in those lanes, because like I just feel that it's limitless and they can intertwine at any time.
At any time.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I'm complete alpha, but if it don't happen often. But when it does happen, it's like, come on back. Like you doing too much, Terry. Like the pullback happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you doing too much. So, but you know what I'm saying? So though I feel like those lanes, like I don't think that it's narrow. Like even if it's a wide lane, I don't think that is this is man, this is woman.
So
It's
as a person who is in and out of dating, because dating is stressful, it's dating is stressful and is very irritating sometimes,
and dangerous.
yeah, that part too. So like my joke is, you get 2 weeks to lie to me, because if your stuff don't line up in conversations, usually within a matter of 2 weeks, I don't.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, that's what you got.
14 days.
Look at Charlie.
That's it. I don't know. I think that, and I mean, your rules are your rules, right? Because it's your life.
Yeah. Right.
But
yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is.
No. So no, let me see. Let me tell you. Sometimes in relationship, you don't have to be so rigid. Your rules are your rules, but sometimes
But there are not any rules. You know when a person is lying to you.
No, you see, when you're starting up a relationship, and somebody started with lies, he's not ready and he's not serious for that relationship. That's number one. Number two, because of how our women put themselves, like the last time I listened to your program, I heard one lady said, if you don't have a master degree, I'm going to date you. If you don't have this and you don't have this, and this man really,
I disagree with that. That's not right. So
I know, I'm just giving you as an example. And this man really liked you, and he loved you, and he want to be with you, and it's exactly what you want. And he now said, "Okay, I have a master degree," just to pull that stunt and make things work. And at the end of the day, he doesn't have. So there are kind of things, the expectations you want in a man, and he say those lies, and you can say, okay, because of this, I can fulfill this or that. But I know that there are kind of lies that someone will say that will hurt you, and you know that he'll keep saying those lies. That one is different. But what I'm saying, what you are saying now is, if it's not this, it's not going to happen. See, dating is not irritating. It's not. Sometimes we date the wrong persons, and we date for the wrong reasons. And when you do anything for the wrong reasons, it will get you irritated. That's what I believe. Sometimes if you really need a man, or you need a woman, and you say this woman must be 5 feet tall, for instance, and you see someone who is 4 feet, and she has or he has everything you want, there is every reason for you to change that notion of that 5 feet you want. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. It's not a must that it must be that 5 feet you are looking for. Like, I know that all of us, there's something we wanted in a man or a woman. But if you see a man or a woman who is sincere enough, who has understanding, whether master degree or whatever, and he does not have all those qualities you are looking for, at least he has 40-50% of it, it's our duty to make up the rest. Sit him or her down. Look, this is where I want you to attend. This is where. That is when you are thinking you are playing the mother role or the father role. No. But relationship, relationship is all about the two of you. You must carry each other day to day to make it to get to where you want it to be. That's what I believe, and that's how it works.
Yeah, again, I'm not in disagreement with that, but for me, um,
Is there no?
I agree with everything that you all say. I'm not in
Yes.
disagreement with anything that
Yes.
you all have said. Everything that you all have said is correct. But for me, I'm just going to
She said, I
relax.
got these 14 days.
Yeah, because stuff don't match up. Stuff doesn't match up just from conversation. Stuff don't match up. No, I'm not gonna waste my time. But I mean, for me, I'm just gonna relax and practice being enjoying femininity, because I have been alpha woman forever. I have raised my kids. I don't have no kids. Well, I got grown kids at the house now. I've raised children. I've been a single mother. I've had to pay the bills by myself. I've had to do so. For me, that was alpha there. Now I'm at a different stage of life, and I don't want to have to be an alpha woman consistently with the male. That just doesn't fit me.
But are you okay with being alpha woman occasionally?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah. Occasionally, yes. But not all the time. That's just too much. I've done that by myself. And I just don't want a relationship where I'm the boss. I don't need to wear the pants in the relationship. I know who I am as a woman and as a person. And I don't need to wear the pants all the time. I'm chill with you doing stuff. I'm cool. Go ahead. I just don't want to be the one making the decisions all the time. We can make decisions together, but
That's
I don't
right.
want everything.
But I think decisions should be made together. Like,
they can be made together, but is he competent enough? I don't need that to be a question. Is he competent? And I have to be the decision maker.
If he's not competent, though, why are we dating?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of men are accustomed, in my experience, because I've been dating for a minute now. In my experience, men have become accustomed to women taking care of them, and I'm not the taking care of you kind of woman.
Come on, Charlie.
See, if any man who is not competent enough to be the decision maker in the house or head of making decisions is not a man.
That's right.
No, but what we are saying is, it's not as if the man will say this and it is. It had to be, two of you had to be discussing about it. Right. This is how it's going to be. And I know you were expecting him every day to bring up the topic or to bring out the decisions. No, but sometimes it's a partnership thing.
Well, again, we're not in disagreement. I'm just speaking on the dating experience and how it's easy for a person to. I don't even mention anything that I do. I don't say nothing about I got 2 podcasts. I say nothing about I'm a 5-time published author. I say nothing about that, because if you want to look at that up, you can Google me. That's not important, because that's not who I am. I'm a woman.
I need her to date some other people.
Loved, cared for, treated kindly.
Hey, Rhonda.
Basically.
Sure. You need all those things, and all those things are what, because I listened to you when I was trying to get connected. That when you make a woman, when you treat a woman like a queen, she treats you like a king. You know. Yet, in Africa, where I come from, the woman's money is not counted as something used in paying bills. Her money is like a makeup money. It's only in US you hear they bring the bills, utility bills, the money are divided. You bring this. No. Is the responsibility of the man to take care of the bills?
Mm-hmm.
Is the responsibility of the man to take care, in fact, the bulk of the bills, whether anything. That's why the average African man is a hardworking man. You must work hard to provide for your wife, provide for your children, provide for your in-laws. In
In
fact, Africa, yes, yes,
Really?
we
For
we
the in-laws.
practice,
Is that what you just said?
yes,
That's
Yes.
what he said.
in-laws.
Oh,
We
wow.
practice extended family now. You understand? So, but now that's why in Africa, when you hear they call somebody a man, it does not mean you must have something under your legs for you to be a man. You have to be a man when they call you a man, except maybe on the way you have some challenges that maybe your work or something, but somebody must have seen that before now this man was doing good and he's eager and ready to do more. Now, if such a man that was paying bills and was doing everything and maybe had a problem, is your duty now as a woman to help him stand again.
Yes.
And that time you're helping him to stand does not mean that your money is now your money. Remember, when you are living together, that's
Charlie,
your
you
money.
can come back, man. You can come back. You can come back.
Finish what you were saying, Charlie.
So remember, when you are making money, you are living together, it does not mean that you cannot do little things, even for yourselves or for the house. It does not mean you are saving that your money for the rainy day. Another thing is, are you in that relationship that any little thing you are off? Or you're in that relationship to say, we like there are some things we say in Africa, we die here. Like, are you there that you are there to build each other? A man
Right.
can come into your life and be a better man. He can come into your life and become nothing.
Yes.
That's why they say there's an African adage. I will keep saying African adage. If you see a good marriage, they will say the woman is a good woman. If it's a bad marriage or anything happens, they'll say it's a woman. They say this is not because it's a masculine or feminine thing. It's because they believe that the woman is the mother. Like your children now, you understand your children, even your grandchildren, than the man, no matter how long he stays with them. If there is any change in character, you, the woman, understands it. Even now, you know how your children behave. You know their character. Without you put your eyes closed, you can be able to tell that A or B can behave this way. So whenever you want your marriage or you want your relationship, even your dating, you want it to go, you need to, I believe the woman will need to go extra mile in packaging the man how he wants him to be and not comparing him. Sometimes all these things clashes because of comparison. You see how Rhonda's guy is treating her, and Rhonda will come and say, hey, my guy does this. In your mind, you're thinking, is my mind not supposed to be doing this to me?
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes a problem. You get ready for work, you get to work, somebody say, oh, you're looking gorgeous, you're looking good. You left your house, your man never said that. It's in your heart, you became very angry. You come back home, you didn't discuss that, you didn't tell him, how do I look? You didn't even notice me. Oh, somebody was telling, oh, next time I want you to notice me. Already you are angry that somebody outside has already told you that. I hate it. So those little things became problems before you know it.
Snowball.
Yes. So
It all
that's
goes back to communication. It all goes back to knowing who you are as an individual before you get connected to somebody.
But a
And
lot of
even when you get connected, you don't stop. You don't stop. That's what I'm saying. You keep on whereas the man is supposed to be making things or building him up, the man is building you up too. You are
Right.
making sure that the man is where you want him to be for your own happiness, for your own peace. You don't
That's
need
right.
to, it's true that you don't need to remind him of things because he should be the man, but you need to do it because you want to be happy. And you need to do those things because you want this relationship to last. You want people to emulate you, not because you are the woman. You need to be, yes, you need to be pampered, you need to be taken care of, You make your bed the way you want to lie on it, and before you know it, it's going to be more sweeter than you think. That's what I believe.
We didn't get to the other two things. I took my things out of order. Dang. I guess
So
we
you gotta come back, Charlie.
You
You're
gotta
gonna
come
come
back. You
next
can
week.
come back. You look like you can hang. All right.
You did good. Excellent, Charlie.
Welcome,
Thank you so much.
Charlie. Man.
Thank you
This
so
Good,
much. I
good
appreciate your time.
information.
Yeah, I'm
was
always
good.
here.
We
But
know it's
y'all,
very, very early there for you. And we appreciate you coming on.
what
Thank
time
you
is
so much. It's 5 a.m. here now.
Oh,
I wouldn't. I
No, but it's
we
worth it.
we
It's worth it.
appreciate you.
oh,
We
wow.
Thank
appreciate
you.
you, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate you.
yeah. I'm always. I
4th?
will be always available anytime.
Are you Is it May 4th there? May
Sorry.
4th at 5 a.m. May 4th at 5 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
already May 14th.
We really
Wow.
appreciate you for spending your morning with us.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we got to finish the rest of
Thank you
our
so much.
topics.
I
So
appreciate
hopefully you can come back next week.
Well, I mean, social media is part of this.
Yes.
Social media is a really big part of society and how we think about things and how
Right.
we really think about things.
it. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was going to talk about that. If you want a healthy relationship, if you want a healthy relationship, close your eyes off so many things in social media.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
There are
True.
many. In fact, 90% of what we hear and what we see are fake. And if we keep bringing them into what we want or what we think, we don't know what happens backstage.
Mm-mm.
Right.
It's a big problem.
Well, I'm glad you got up in the morning to talk with us, Charlie. You can come back whenever you want to come back, sir.
Okay, as soon as anytime Rhoda sends me the link, I'll be in.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me information.
So
Yes.
from follow Miss Rhonda. Give your social media, Miss Rhonda.
TME LLC on Facebook and Twitter. On Instagram, Mr. McAllister Enterprise, and on TikTok is TME LLC as well.
All
Okay.
right. Keto over everything. What you got?
Keto over everything. I got a lot of stuff going. Okay, I am in a contest too that is helping warriors get homes, wounded warriors, but also to help myself. And I am in a competition to
Yep.
on the
I
on the
voted.
page. Thank you. Daily, every 24 hours. But
Oh, I didn't know you could vote daily. So let me get on and vote right now.
every 24 hours, you can vote through Facebook. Long as you have Facebook, you can vote. Join my Keto Chicago page. My regular page, Shatera Garrett, SHATERAGARRETT. And my Instagram, keto_Tara. Definitely vote. Please vote every day. I've been in first place for a couple days now. I am excited.
Congratulations.
I am staying in first place, but I want to stay there. So everybody vote counts. Definitely, like I said, it's every 24 hours, so I can be on the front page of the Her Fitness, Muscle and Fitness magazine. It ends in 9 days. That's all I'm saying. I keep checking because I'm paranoid, but I thank everybody for their votes and to continue to vote every 24 hours. But other than that, I do have my keto treats at ketoterratreats.com. And those are sugar-free treats that are available for everyone. And if anyone was interested in whole eating and doing high-fat, low-carb and want to lose some weight, definitely you can go through there, click, and then sign up so we can get some consultations going so we can also change your lifestyle. I'm done.
Charlie, because you came on late, you didn't get to introduce yourself. So you're going to have to introduce. Come on early. Come on, get on next time so you can give a full introduction, but introduce yourself a little bit right now.
Okay, my name is Charlie. I'm a businessman here in Istanbul, Turkey. I deal on clothing and shoes and other things, exporting it to Africa and to other countries. So my Facebook page is Charlie Papi, even Instagram, and like you see, I think I'm the youngest. The last time I listened, she's 51. I don't know, you 50, but I'm just 48. So
Oh, well, when Coach Tony come back, she's going to remind us all through the show that she's only 29.
but I tell you, you don't look 50s, honestly. So you keep it up. Whatever you do that make you look grandmas look like teenagers, keep it up.
Thank you.
That. Yes,
so you all know I am One Authentic Woman on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm about to release a coaching program momentarily within the next few weeks. Finally, it's ready. I'm working on 2 books now, a 3rd book that TJ been wanting me to write. So I'll be starting a 3rd book once I get these other 2 done. That's it. Oh, and
That's it. That's enough.
Well, you know, this podcast and Sunday night's podcast. So, yeah, that's enough.
All right.
All right. So, see everybody next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. What time will it be your time when you come on if you see us Tuesday?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Ooh.
But that's okay.
All right.
It's
I'm
okay.
about to follow you, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning from here and good evening to you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. See you next week.
All right. See you at the top. Bye-bye.
All right.